Okay, what the f*** is an 86?
If you want to know the fastest car on Akina, you're talking about the 86 from the tofu shop.
An 86 delivers tofu?
If you're the average Joe, then this square with wheels looks like your neighbor's shitbox that's been sitting in their backyard broken for the past 14 years. But with just an ounce of knowledge, this car is more than just your A to B mobile. So buckle up, baby, because we're about to throw this shit into 6th gear! Toyota AE86, also known as the Toyota Corolla 11, or as the Sprinter Trueno, or as the anime car, or just the dude magnet. But for now, we'll call it the 86. Back in the wicked 80s, this panty dropper rolled off the assembly line harder and faster than Motley Crue could do a fuckload of coke and fuck a fuckload of groupies. The 86 was not meant to be a powerhouse, and it did not compete next to America's natural predator, the lifted F-150. But where the 86 lost, it came back with an advantage, doubled it, and gave it to itself. These were lightweight, rear-wheel, slippery bastards. With their nimble handling and knack for sliding around corners, this scrappy underdog was about to change the car scene in Japan. Did I mention that this car is with the way from Japan? Yay, Japanese! Japanese in anime! One of the 86's first big stages was touring car racing in Japan, like the JTTC. Pro drivers were strapped into their cracked out 86s and compete against the bigger and better cars. But why would it make sense to do that? One word, baby. Agility. On tight corners and twisty tracks, this thing's dancing around this shit like it's magnetic. That's just how this car works. The 86 competed on pavement and dirt. Although it was no all-wheel drive beast, it was affordable. It had its strengths, and by God could this little fucker drive. But the real magic happened on the steep mountain passes of Japan. The 86 became the darling of street racers and drifters who would whip that bitch sideways down these hairpins and pray to whatever god they believe in that either A, there wasn't a car coming head on, or B, the car did not miraculously happen to hit a pothole, lose traction, and fucking fly off the cliff. In a simplistic way to put it, the 86's build and responsive steering made it a drift machine before drifting was even a formal sport. But if that's the case, then when exactly was drifting gaining traction? Pun intended. Is that a pun? A Japanese racing legend born in 1956 who turned the 86 into a sideways sliding icon. He didn't exactly invent drifting. Sliding cars around corners was a technique used by rally drivers for years, but he made it into an art form that was sought after by generations and generations after him, earning his crown in the process. Alright, picture this. It's the late 1970s. Everything is black and white because that's how it was back then. And the young
Tsuchiya,
a scrappy street racer with no fancy racing pedigree, is tearing up Japan's twisty mountain roads in his 86.
Tsuchiya
Found that by intentionally oversteering, kicking the rear tires loose with throttle or a flick of the wheel, he could slide this fucker through corners with precision and style. It wasn't always the fastest way, but it was the most exciting. As he put it, I drift to overtake. It's the most fun. His skill caught attention, and by 1987, he convinced a car magazine to film his techniques in a video called whatever. In it, Tsuchiya's Jade Green 86 dances down mountain roads, tires smoking, showing off moves like the clutch kick and the Scandinavian flick. What the fuck? I have no fucking clue what the hell those mean, but those are definitely something. This video was a game changer, inspiring a generation of drivers and putting drifting on the map. This was the 90s skate video of the car scene in Japan. But why is this so trendy? How did this little car that made a name for itself in tiny street races in Japan get recognized by the world? Oh god. The anime and Firestarter of the next generation. Initial D is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by
Shuichi Shigeno.
First serialized in 95 by Koden. There's too many Japanese words in here. Fuck! If only I knew someone who is in Japan, learning Japan right now, and probably just moved back from Japan. Close. Please help. The anime adaptation debuted in 98, and the story follows Takumi Fujiwara, a young tofu delivery driver who becomes an unexpected street racing prodigy, mastering the art of drifting on Japan's mountain roads in his 86. Tsuchiya's influence exploded with Initial D, an anime loosely based on his life. Tsuchiya even consulted on the series, making cameos and ensuring the drifting scenes were legit. Initial D introduced drifting to a global audience, inspiring enthusiasts to replicate techniques that Takumi uses in the show. It elevated the 86 to legendary status among car fans, car guys, and carettes, or some shit. So, Tsuchiya didn't invent drifting, but he took it from a minor technique to a cultural phenomenon, with the AE86 as his trusty steed. He is the Drift King because he made sliding a car look like poetry. It was art. Da Vinci ain't got shit on it. I want to thank you for watching if you got this far. I make videos explaining random topics that maybe Gen Z or the older generations don't know about yet. I have another video right here. Right there. It's right there. Right there. It just came on screen. Look at it! Don't click off! That video right there on screen. Watch that video. It's still a great video. It's about Minecraft. No! Stop! Why is the video in there?